Hi, my name is Stacy Malashevsky. Today I'm here to talk to you about the indoor air quality in your schools, why it's one of the most important things you need to address this year, and how right now you can use government funding to essentially get free air purifiers for classrooms. Obviously, COVID-19 is still an issue. So is the transmission of other illnesses, such as the flu and RSV. Not only that, air pollution has been found to cause and trigger asthma and COPD symptoms, as well as exacerbate long-haul COVID symptoms. That's a huge cause for concern because almost 8% of American adults have long-haul COVID symptoms. There are approximately 25 million Americans living with asthma. COPD was the third leading cause of death worldwide in 2019. More than 7 million people have respiratory allergies, and the number of people with multiple chemical sensitivities reporting asthma-like symptoms increased by over 300% in the past decade. So my question for you is this: how many of these are your students? How many of these are your teachers? Now perhaps you're thinking, well, just because respiratory conditions are on the rise doesn't mean our buildings have anything to do with it. But I've interviewed several doctors who think there's a direct correlation.
The number one thing impacting the health of adults, teenagers, children, and pregnant moms, I believe, is indoor air, because indoor air is many times more toxic than outdoor air. Our indoor air begins with our outdoor air, and it's heartbreaking when the kids are sickened by something in their school and they can't think, because that follows them around the rest of their life. They don't do as well, they get poor grades, maybe they're ADHD, maybe they're acting out. The school is looking at them like a problem child, when really if they were in a safe and clean environment, they would do just fine. And I think that is just a criminal endeavor. I've had teachers as patients, and I've heard these stories. One of the problems with indoor air is that your building materials and your flooring and your couches are off-gassing chemicals. And what that means is that the chemicals that these products are made with, they don't just stay in the couch. The building materials are off-gassing, the carpet, the glues, the adhesives are off-gassing chemicals. The plug-in air fresheners are particularly problematic because they are off-gassing benzene and formaldehyde and phthalates into the air. One of the big problems with people not having energy and having these chronic illnesses and autoimmune diseases and really poor immune function where they just keep getting sick is that they're just so inundated with all of these chemicals that their detox systems can't keep up. Even the chronic low-level exposures at safe things that no one is worried about is causing cancer, autoimmune disease, the obvious health conditions. I feel like everybody needs to have the benefit of the air filter because the indoor air it's just not.
Schools are in dire need of clean air, whether it's an old building with dust and mold or a newer building that's off-gassing VOCs, whether it's a city building surrounded by smog and traffic fumes or a rural building surrounded by pesticides and farming emissions. All schools nowadays need air purification, but what kind? Sometimes people first look to improve their HVAC system, and addressing HVAC issues is important. But how much can you do? Can you even get to a MERV 13 without overburdening your current system? Is your ductwork clean enough? How do you explain these upgrades to parents? Will it give them peace of mind? Most schools need additional portable air purification in classrooms, like the Austin Air systems. We use true medical grade HEPA, which is equivalent to like a MERV 17 or a MERV 18, capturing 99% of airborne contaminants down to 0.1 microns in size. And remember, COVID-19 is 0.125 microns in size. We also use a unique blend of activated carbon to absorb harmful chemicals, gases, and VOCs. This is important. The CDC, EPA, and World Health Organization have all done extensive research and found that the safest, most effective air purification technology is the combination of HEPA and carbon. In fact, PC, UV, electronic, and ionizing technologies have all been condemned because these types of air purification technologies have been known to produce ozone. And ozone is a lung irritant that can trigger asthma and COPD symptoms. Perhaps the best part is the Austin air purifiers are handcrafted right here in the US. That means no supply chain issues. Here's a little 60-second tour of our facility.
Welcome to the largest air cleaner manufacturing facility in the world. Located right here in the USA. Built with solid steel construction, non-toxic powder-coated paint, using up to 15 pounds of carbon and 60 square feet of true medical-grade HEPA, more than anyone else in the industry, we're clinically proven, outperforming more than 100 other air purifiers in government tests. We're changing lives with cleaner air and better health. That's the impact of Austin.
Now I get it. You've got more concerns than just supply chain issues and micron size. You're worried that putting portable air purifiers in every single classroom, in every single building, is going to be a maintenance and facilities nightmare. How are you going to replace all those filters? A quick Google search and you'll see that many portable air purifiers require that you change the filters out every 3, 6, or 12 months. But the Austin air purifiers are designed to last 5 years before needing to be replaced. 5 years. Yes, that's running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I know, maintenance isn't even your biggest concern. The real question everyone wants to know about is cost. Luckily for you, there's a massive amount of funding currently available to essentially get free air purifiers for classrooms. We're talking billions of dollars. No, it's not the funding that everybody used at the beginning of the pandemic. There are additional opportunities, but they will expire. In case you don't believe me, here's the story of how one county executive in New York used government funding to essentially get air purifiers for every classroom in his county.
The final part of our agenda will have our children breathing easier, literally. The CDC recommends schools use a HEPA filtration system to improve air quality. Students attending schools with this type of system have been found to have fewer illnesses and increased attendance. Unfortunately, many schools cannot install this type of filter into their existing HVAC system or are forced to use less effective filtration systems instead. To make sure every student in Erie County has this level of protection, we are purchasing a mobile air filtration system for every classroom in Erie County. That is one mobile filter system for every public, private, charter classroom across the county. The best part of the mobile air filtration systems, they are made in Buffalo at Austin Air, just minutes from downtown. Here is Lauren McMillan from Austin Air to tell us more.
We are proud to partner with Erie County to provide every classroom with an Austin Air HealthMate. We are the only clinically proven manufacturer of medical-grade HEPA air purifiers. Our purifiers remove up to 99% of all airborne contaminants, including viruses, bacteria, and allergens. We assemble these units in our 480,000 square foot factory on Elk Street in Buffalo, where the majority of our employees are Erie County residents, many of whom are parents. This partnership will protect the children of our employees, which makes this initiative very special to everyone here. We will begin delivering these units to schools in the next few weeks and will be available to protect our children if we get another spike of COVID. Thank you to Erie County for partnering with a local company on this initiative and allowing us to make a difference in the lives of Erie County children.
Thank you, Lauren, and to all at Austin Air for working with us to protect our children as well as joining us here today.